Well, hello YouTube. I haven't done a video in a while. I am really feeling very good actually. Even though I have pain, I am just not suffering like I was before. This is almost week 3. On Tuesday, it'll be week 3 for my hemorrhoidectomy, the end of week 3, for my hemorrhoidectomy and anal fistula removal surgery. And yesterday was a pretty good day. I really have just been trying my hardest to do daily things. I haven't really gone and done a whole lot outside the house still. Every now and then I will feel that need to just get out the house, and usually when I do, it'll last maybe an hour, maybe 2, and then I'm feeling like I need to get back in the house or do something, else. Um, I have been able to go out to eat a couple of times, but when I'm eating, I'm still very aware that I can't eat like I used to be able to eat. So a lot of the things that I'll find myself eating will be like cheese and chips, like nacho cheese and chips, and still trying to have water. But when you go to a restaurant and you try to pick something to eat, it's really hard because you know you're going to have digestion problems because you're taking the antibiotic. Well, I'm taking the antibiotic, and I'm also taking pain medication, and I'm also taking a laxative with all that. And that's because the pain medication can cause you to constipate it. And so when you're taking those medications, plus I'm also taking other medications, for my lupus and all the other things I have wrong with me. So basically, when you're taking a lot of medication, you have to be cautious of what you're going to eat because it may probably cause you to have some digestive problems. So for me, like I went out to eat with my family yesterday to Cheddar's, and just getting there was hard because it was so hot. It was like 100 degrees outside, and anyone who lives in Texas knows that's just how it is sometimes. But I promise you, it was really, really hard for me to deal with. It was so intense. The sun was beating me down. I'm photosensitive, so that bothers me. And then it's just like being outside in the heat, just totally exact. It just, I'm exhausted, basically. I just felt exhausted just from being outside. So when I get inside, basically, I just wanted some water just to cool myself off. And then I'm thinking, what can I eat? So I said, well, I'll just have some queso and and nacho chips. And they were really good, but the only problem with that is it's a little greasy. So it's kind of hard for me to, and then of course the calorie intake of that. So I didn't have a lot, but I did have some. So then I have wanted something to drink, so I wanted something cold, so I got a pina colada, which I haven't really drank any alcohol, and I really haven't had anything really sweet like that in a long time. So I'm having the pina colada, and I'm realizing these are a lot of calories, but it feels so good to have some ice cold on my throat, just to drink something cold when it's hot outside. So I'm going, oh, this is so delicious. It really was. And then probably I don't know, not even halfway through. The pina colada was about that big. So maybe that big. So about this much through, I'm done. I can't even, and it's probably I don't know, $6 or $7 for that pina colada. So I'm feeling really guilty, even drinking it. So I'm trying to get my husband to drink it, and then I go to the bathroom, and I'm trying to, expel all of it out of me, and I realize, okay, now I can drink a little more, drink a little bit more, and it's just I can't get much more down. And I know I shouldn't because it's a pina colada. So anyway, that was kind of hard because I really wanted to eat. I really wanted to eat, but because I know that I'm not supposed to eat too many things that are going to be causing me to have either diarrhea or constipation, it's really hard to choose when you're at a restaurant. Oh, I did also have a couple of shrimp. My husband got some shrimp and ribs, and I had a couple of the shrimp. And the shrimp were not spicy, but they were seasoned well, which really was good. It was in some kind of mango chipotle seasoning, which was really good. And I think I had maybe 2 or 3. And they weren't very large, they were medium size, but that was plenty for me. Just a couple of nacho cheese chips and a little pina colada and water and a couple of the shrimp, 2 or 3 shrimp. and I was like totally full. Like I was really, really full. And I wanted to like taste the ribs my husband got, and I wanted to have some mashed potatoes or baked potato. I wanted to have macaroni and cheese. I mean, I saw all these things. I'm like, oh, I could probably get that down. But I kept remembering how many calories they were, and I'm thinking, I've done really good on my diet so far. I've lost 18 pounds, so since my surgery, and I feel really proud of myself. But I don't want to fall back to old habits again. And my husband even mentioned to me when we were sitting there, he goes, babe, if you feel like you gotta stop, just stop because you don't want to mess up your diet. You've been doing so good. And his little bit of encouragement that he gave me was awesome because that just made me feel like, okay, he notices that I'm trying. All right, that's good. So I gotta stick to it, right? He notices it. So it takes a little bit of time for him to notice and a little bit more time for the world to notice. And, I'm noticing it. So, we really want to focus on that positive attention that you can get. So anyway, I was feeling a little bit proud of myself, and I was really full. I ended up having, some issues with my digestive system, even just eating that. So I didn't really eat very much. Then, I think it was like late last night, we were watching Wonder Woman, that movie, and I had just a little bit of fries, and that was like enough for me, probably like 4 or 5, and I was like done. And then I had some green tea, Lipton green tea, which is like one of my favorite things to go to whenever I'm thirsty. That with ice, lots of ice. And then before bed, I think I had a sugar-free popsicle. I had 2 sugar-free popsicles, which I love. And if you want to get sugar-free popsicles that are like those ices, those are good. But if you really want to get something that tastes just like fruit, and it's not a whole lot of calories, and if you can digest a little bit of sugar because there's a little sugar in it, it's low sugar. But they have these veggie fruit popsicles by Outshine, and they are the bomb. And they even have their real fruit ones, that like the pineapple and the strawberry. And I mean, they are delicious. In fact, right now my mouth is watering for one. So I'm gonna go to the store and I'm gonna get a refill of those. I'm gonna fill my refrigerator with those because they're so good. And funny because my husband tried one and he was like going, "It's like I'm sucking on a pineapple that's frozen. I mean, did you just freeze pineapple?" I was like, "No, that's the Outshine popsicles. They're just so delicious." And especially in the summertime when it's super hot, that just feels so good. Also, if you're able to have cheese, I love cheese. It's the only real calcium I get because I'm lactose intolerant. But I can get a little cheese in, especially if it's a light cheese. I'm not able to do a lot of milk. I can do a little bit of yogurt, but not much. But the cheese, like the cheese sticks or the Laughing Cow small little cheeses, I can do those with some crackers. And usually just like some Ritz crackers or saltine crackers, nothing that's too fancy. Just that, just like a little bit of cheese on that. And I can get a triangle of that. Oh, it's not Laughing Cow. It's, I like the Laughing Cow too, but it's the, is it Laughing Cow? It is Laughing Cow. I think it is Laughing Cow. Anyway, it's a little triangle. And lots of stores make, like I know H-E-B makes one, and I think Walmart has a brand too. But they're just these 35 calorie triangles. And I just take a little bit off and put it on a cracker, and I can have like 3 crackers with that little bit of cheese, and I'm good for a snack. It's like you have to adjust your brain to knowing that you are not going to eat like you used to eat. And adjust your body to accepting that when you have that hunger feeling, it's okay. You're not going to die. It's nothing that's really going to, bother you that long. And just get through that hunger pain. And if you can get through that hunger pain with some water or popsicle or some fruit like watermelon, which is really good. I love watermelon. And just even if you do like something like, if you want something savory, like I go for some cheese and crackers, or a little bit of avocado. I'm not a big fan of having a lot of dips because it makes you want more than one chip. Like when I was having the nacho cheese, it's like I really want more and more because the dip was there. But if I just have a little bit on my plate and I say, okay, here's some avocado or here's some cheese, that's all I really need, just a little bit of flavor. You can get through that hunger, and usually you don't have to go over 100 calories. And you don't have to do a packaged 100-calorie snack. I used to do that, and I think those 100-calorie snacks are just not, they're just not real snacks. I'd much rather have real snacks. And when I say real snacks, I mean something that is not in a package that's with tons and tons of preservatives. Not to say there are not preservatives in that cheese or even in that popsicle. I'm sure there must be something, but it's just a little bit fresher for me if you go that route. If you want to have a 100-calorie snack, like one of those, snacks that are like Fiber One or anything like that, you can have that if that helps you. But for me, when I eat that, the flour in it or something makes me feel very hungry. Like in like 2 hours, I want another one. So for me, I just don't want that. Another thing I'm getting ready to do, I'm going to go to the store and I'm going to buy the popsicles. I'm going to buy some cheese. I'm going to buy some watermelon and some avocado. But I'm also going to try to I'm also going to get some more seasoning like ginger and turmeric. And my son came home with some fresh ginger from California, which one of his friends gave him, friend's grandmother. And I'm going to chop and boil that up and make some good teas. But another thing I was going to say was I'm going to really try to go for some fishes, some different kind of fish. I love any kind of seafood, so I'm going to really try to get some seafood into my diet. I really haven't put too much meat into my diet right now. I'm craving it a little bit, but I think starting off with some shrimp yesterday was really nice because it was like, oh, that gave me an idea to eat some more meat. And I could go for the hamburger if I wanted to. I don't have to eat a whole hamburger. I can eat a little bit, which I have done, but I'm worried about that feeling of over calories and over consumption of processed bread and things like that end up causing me damage to my body, but also to my diet, to my weight loss. So I'm going to try to get some fishes, and I'm going to try to just bake those fishes and do that, which I love. I love baked fishes. And if I put a little seasoning on it, a little bit of ginger, or a little turmeric, or even a little bit of red pepper or black pepper, I usually can give it enough seasoning. So I'm going to try to get that. And also, I want to make sure I get some apple cider vinegar because, once again, I'm going to try. I've been washing my hair with the apple cider vinegar. Well, I've done it like 3 times now. And I didn't put coconut oil that much on my hair this time. I need to buy some more raw coconut oil. Keep that in my pantry as well. And in my bathroom. Like one for the pantry, one for the bathroom. But this time it's not quite as oily. It's kind of dry, but it's not dry like brittle. But because I put the coconut oil on prior to the wash this time, so I think it looks pretty healthy. And I did the hydrogen peroxide rinse about 3 weeks ago. So the color is still kind of there, but it does show a little bit of gray. So I'm going to get some more apple cider vinegar. I'm trying to get like 2 or 3 of them because my daughter wants to try to use it. I'm also going to, like I said, get some more raw coconut oil, and I'm going to get some baking soda because that baking soda is very, very helpful when I feel nauseous. And oftentimes when I'm not eating as much, when I'm taking an antibiotic, I'll feel that nausea come on. I'll just have a little bit of that baking soda. My sister gave it to me the other day when she was helping me out, and it really helped. So I've thrown up maybe 3 times since I had this surgery because probably my stomach is just not used to taking all this medication on a smaller amount of food. So I am trying to drink more water and more fluids, and like I said, that baking soda will help a little bit. Just having a little bit of baking soda and just swallow a little bit, and it will clear out that nausea and help the acidicness, help you burp. And usually you feel much better when you're nauseated when that happens. So as far as my healing is really doing well. I had an infection, so I've been on the antibiotics, and being 3 weeks, they said 6 weeks that I'm going to actually feel like myself. So I'm really trying to baby myself and not overdo it, but I find myself doing laundry. I find myself running up and down the stairs, not running, but going up and down the stairs, and not having as much pain when I do that. but knowing that when I feel like I need to stop, I need to stop. And that could be walking around the house, or if I choose to go out like I did yesterday, saying, okay, I need to come home. I can't take medication and rest outside, so I know that in order for me to rest my body, I need to be inside. I need to be able to limit the amount of medication I'm on, so I'm not, knocked out all the time. But I do need to make sure that the medication that I have been prescribed I'm taking, so I'm not missing doses. And I'm only taking acetaminophen with codeine. I'm taking tramadol, and I take trazodone for sleep, as I always have, and it does help when I need to rest. I love trazodone. I only take like one. I've taken two when I was in major pain, because it does kind of knock you out. I take acetaminophen, like an hour or so later I'll take a trazodone. And acetaminophen with codeine, I find it doesn't really make me tired at all. Some people it does, but for me it doesn't. I could take one or two. And right now I took one this morning, and I also took my blood pressure medicine and my antibiotic and a stool softener. So midday I'm probably going to need to take another one. Well, actually it's midday already, so I kind of missed that dose actually. So maybe I should take one to, prevent myself from being in pain. But I'm finding that I'll actually take one in the morning, or take my medicine in the morning, and then I will push through, and I realize, oh my God, it's gotten so late. So like today, I have had just green tea today, water, and nothing by mouth yet. And it is 1:30. Last time I ate something in my mouth, which was cheese stick, was about midnight last night. Remember, when you stay up late at night, your clock may be different than other people's clocks. So when they say, well, intermittent fasting should be 6 to 12 hours, for me that works great if I can do it. But I usually don't go to bed at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. I go to bed about 1 o'clock in the morning. So if I go to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning, I wake up at about 8 or 9, and then I'm fasting. Usually about 1 o'clock I'm eating something. So about now I probably need to eat something. But that's what I'm doing as far as intermittent fasting. Oh yeah, and then I won't really eat much until sundown. So I'll have something to eat, and then at sundown, about 6 or 7, I'll eat something else. I won't eat a lot. I'll eat very small portions of whatever I'm going to eat. And I make sure that I don't eat bread. I don't eat high-calorie high-calorie drinks with sugar. And I don't go for fast food. Even though I might crave it, I just don't do that. I try to eat a lot of soft food still, because I'm recovering from my surgery and I can't, eat too much hard, intense foods. But I'm trying to do the soft foods. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm down 18 pounds, 18 and a half pounds to be exact, when I weighed myself this morning. Oh yeah, another tip I found out. Weigh yourself in the morning, not at night. Weigh yourself in the morning, as soon as you wake up. I usually get up, go to the bathroom, and disrobe and get on the scale. Like every other morning, or usually every other morning. I don't want to do it every day. And I've been losing sometimes I won't lose at all, and sometimes I'll lose about a pound. But the days I don't lose it at all, usually because I had something like, I don't know, maybe some ice cream, or I had maybe some, a little bit too much of potatoes or something like that. So anyway, I know that it's my own fault when I'm doing that. I'm not drinking enough water, maybe. So usually whenever I add the right things into my diet and I subtract those negative things, I tend to lose a pound or two. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. And if you have any questions or anything, please comment below. If you like my videos, please give them a thumbs up, and I'll try to make more videos when I'm out and about. And I'll try to make more videos about what I'm doing for my weight loss. But this is, like I said, going into the end of the third week for my hemorrhoidectomy, anal fistula removal surgery. And I'm a lupus patient, and I'm doing well, no longer suffering as I was before. So it is possible to get over this hump. Believe in yourself and you can do it. And you'd be surprised afterwards. You almost forget all the suffering you went through. So I feel really good. Let's see how I feel next time I post a video. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.